Well, LeBron James was at it again, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in yet another longevity metric Monday night when the Lakers got absolutely curb-stomped by the Philadelphia 76ers by a score of 138-94. James logged 29 minutes in the humiliating defeat while registering an almost unbelievable team low -30 for the game. Meaning, the Lakers got outscored by roughly 1 point per every minute the king of hollow accomplishments played. But the 29 minutes officially moved LeBron past Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for most minutes logged in NBA history, including playoff minutes, with a total of 66,318 minutes. It comes, of course, just about 10 months after LeBron passed Kareem on the all-time scoring list a season ago, also predictably in a loss against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And if you remember, teammate Anthony Davis seemed, less than impressed with the self-proclaimed King's accomplishment, as he refused to stand or take part in the ensuing celebration.
Nobody cares.
And LeBron was at it again against the 76ers as he set the all-time record for minutes played, while also setting his personal record for the worst loss of his entire career.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
As the 44-point margin of ass-whooping sets a new standard low for LeBron. And yes, the longevity metrics for LeBron James are essentially the only thing keeping this guy's preposterously fake GOAT case on life support for at least the moment. But while LeBron continues to distance himself in various stat accumulation fields, as he continues to play vastly longer and more minutes than virtually every other all-time great in NBA history, it begs the question, what are the stats and records LeBron is setting that no one is talking about? For instance, does anyone notice that LeBron is by far the leader in most career turnovers at the moment, with an unbelievable 504 more than second place on that list, which is Karl Malone? The 500 more turnovers in the regular season comes despite LeBron playing in 38 fewer games than Malone. And LeBron is also the runaway leader with playoff turnovers as well, with 1,015 and counting. No other player in league history has broken 700 for their postseason careers. Meaning when you put it all together, King James has over 1,000 more turnovers than any other player ever and counting. LeBron has also logged an impressive 2,925 missed shots in his playoff career, which is also the most in NBA history by nearly 500 misses. In fact, while you hear about LeBron's bulk point accumulation, which he will continue adding to over however much longer he continues to play, he will also be adding to a resume which includes the most missed shots and turnovers in league history, and by a substantial margin. And speaking of the playoffs,
playoffs?
LeBron has also lost more games than any player in NBA history, with an even 100 losses. A tally he will certainly continue adding to, provided of course he can actually make the playoffs again sometime over the remainder of his career. And speaking of LeBron and his underwhelming playoff performances throughout his career, despite playing in the most minutes in NBA history now and appearing in more playoff games than anyone ever, the thing which matters most continues to elude James. While hollow points and statistics might be able to fit this insufferable blowhard with a meaningless crown, only rings can anoint a true GOAT. And despite playing in 282 playoff games, which is 31 more than Tim Duncan, 62 more than Kobe Bryant, 92 more than Magic Johnson, and 103 more than Michael Jordan, LeBron continues to fall well short of the golden standards of winning those players have set. Not surprisingly, LeBron is also the biggest loser in NBA history when it comes to the NBA Finals round. holding the dubious distinction of most losses ever at that stage of the playoffs with 33. And overall, the Loser King checks in with a peasant-like 22-33 record in his NBA Finals career en route to those legendary 6 losses in 10 Finals appearances.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
And I know what you might be thinking. LeBron just didn't have enough help in those series. But LeBron was squarely in the vast majority of those games and those series, even the ones that appeared to be lopsided defeats. In all, James found himself in a one-score game in the NBA Finals in 21 of the 55 career games he played, or nearly 40% of the time. Comparatively to one of his peers, Kobe Bryant, who was in 16 such games of his 37 total finals games, or just over 43% of the time. What I'm saying is these two played in a lot of close finals games. And in the final 2 minutes of those one-score games in the finals round, LeBron shot just 8 of 29 for 27.5% while leading his team to a 10-11 record in those situations. Kobe, on the other hand, shot 10 of 20 for 50% while leading his team to an 11-5 record in those situations. And ultimately, the mark of a true legend is not measured in hollow stat accrual. It is weighed rather in those brief, fleeting moments when the most important games are there for the taking. What you are and what truly comes to define the all-time greats is about those moments. They are not readily identifiable on some cursory Google search, but they are woven in the fabric of the game and in its history. And if you are truly paying attention to those moments that really matter, you can understand why LeBron should remain outside of the conversation about the greatest of the greats, regardless of what his stats add up to at the end of his vastly overrated career.